Welcome back to my channel. My name is Janellescentcloset and this is Scent Talk from my closet, the fragrance closet. On this channel we go over all things fragrance. We cover niche perfume houses. We go over layering combos. We talk about dupes and clones of original fragrances. All things fragrance on this channel. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and continue watching. Consider hitting that subscription button and the bell so you'll be notified to new videos, because you never know which fragrance house we are going to cover next or perfume topic. And this week I am doing things a little different. I'm on a little mini vacation, so I prepared a few videos for you guys and I was super excited to prepare yesterday's and today's. Today we're going to focus on PEAR GLACE, and I want to show you guys how many fragrances would pair beautifully with this lotion and body splash combo. So normally, if it's your first time on the channel, I do usually like to focus an entire week on one perfume house, and then I'll go in and wear test the fragrances, come back and give you my full on thoughts, opinions, and reviews the day that I wear the fragrance, talk about longevity, projection, if it's a dupe or clone, how head-to-head wear test, how close it was to the original, all of that, all of those details on this channel. But you know, with this trip, it inspired me to kind of come up with something different and still be able to focus on fragrances with you guys, and not have to, you know, actually wear test the fragrance a full day, because I will not be here in this closet of mine. So here we go. This is the second awesome body splash here and cream that I feel would really go well with all of these fragrances. We have 15 fragrances to talk about that would pair beautifully with PEAR GLACE, and yeah, I cannot wait to wear test some of these because I have not wear tested them all. Okay, so PEAR GLACE, what is in this? This is a flash from the past. This is a beautiful fragrance. I have always loved this. I really do like anything with cucumber and melon and freesia, all of that. This doesn't have freesia, but I love that stuff. So in here we have pear, cassis, we have violet, aloe vera, chamomile, and dewy melon. So good. This is a gorgeous fragrance. It's just so classic and iconic. Do I think it smells exactly the same as it did a few years ago? No, there is a notable difference. I can't really pinpoint it, but it smells close enough, honestly, that I can still fully enjoy it. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about how to accentuate and pair this awesome fragrance. We have a couple of pear fragrances. Speaking of pairing, we have pear JPG. This is pear. This is pear in a bottle. This is pear and vanilla. This is JPG La Belle, and this is JPG La Belle Le Parfum. From these two fragrances, I really do feel like the pear note is very prominent in this fragrance. Yes, it is still in this fragrance, but in this one, you have a little more depth to it. You have a different fragrance, a different note that is kind of peeking out a little more. And to me, it makes it smell a little more sophisticated, if you will. I do have a head-to-head wear test combo, head-to-head wear test review on the channel if you want to check that out. I think I did ramble on for a while though before I started the review, so I apologize. I think it's like 10 minutes in, you'll start. I talked about how exactly I got a hold of them and all that good stuff. So yeah. Anyways, JPG La Belle and or Le Parfum would go beautifully to accentuate the pear note in PEAR GLACE. All right, next one with pear in it. This fragrance has a very prominent pear note. This is God is a Woman by Ariana Grande, and I really like this fragrance. I actually like to spray it everywhere, bed sheets, you know, in everywhere to make it smell really good. I don't use it as room spray per se, but I guess you could say I am, right? I have found that if you overspray this fragrance and spray it at your heart, you can definitely hold on to it for a lot longer than most people say it lasts. I think I have worn it and it has lasted a good 6 hours when I do that. Now pairing it with something like PEAR GLACE, I think would be gorgeous. This is a beautiful fruit basket, if you will, and gorgeous for the spring and summer. So that's Ariana Grande's God is a Woman, and I think that it would go beautifully here. Okay, next one that I guess you could say is a little more sophisticated, refined, especially if you own the original fragrance. This is Angelique Noir by the House of Guerlain, but I do not have the original. I have Juliana's Perfumes version. This is a dupe company, and it is called Red Carpet Affair, and it is so good. I really appreciate this fragrance. The pear note is so good. The Angelica is nice. It's different. This is different than anything I have in the collection. And guess what? I did wear test this the other night with the PEAR GLACE, and it went so great. This on its own already lasts a really good time actually, but pairing it together just did something very magical to this fragrance. So Red Carpet Affair, I do have a full dedicated review to this too. I was blown away the day that I wore it, full bottle worthy, and here she is. All right, so that one was great. I really like that one, honestly. Okay, next one is Pasione by Armani. You can't go wrong here. You do have a pear note in here. This is a really beautiful fruity fragrance. It is fruitier than the intense version, I feel, and I actually didn't care for the intense version. I do have a review head-to-head wear test. And the Pasione Eclat. Now this one does not have pear in it. However, I feel like it is very layerable. It is a great musky base. If you wanted to wear it on its own, it would be perfectly fine. But I'm a fruity person. I'm a fruits and sugar and sweet. And so even though I did enjoy this the day I wore it, I just honestly feel like I would love to pair it. Very versatile for pairing. It would go great. So either the Eclat or the Pasione would go great here. I mean, yeah, Pasione Eclat or Pasione. Okay, so next, to stay on the perfumey type note that, you know, a little more grown-up-esque, we have our Lancome Idole. I went crazy during Lancome week, man. I really enjoyed a lot of the selections from the Lancome Idole line, and the Lancome La Vie Belle was great. I ended up with a few full-size bottles and decided that this was not something that I was going to be reaching for a whole lot. So a little bottle is going to be perfect for me for the collection. Oh, so I think that this would pair beautifully because, again, it does have the pear note in here. So yeah, you want to keep it a little more grown up, go with your Idole. Okay, so next but not least, we have a nice affordable fragrance here. I think I've never decluttered this. I've had this for years. It smells great still. It's just one of those, again, that was just a little more perfumey, if you will, than it was fruity. There is a pear note in here as well, and I think it would pair beautifully with PEAR GLACE. Just gorgeous. This is a nice fragrance, but again, I just wasn't ready, I think, for that realm or that type, but I couldn't get rid of this beautiful bottle. It would have been decluttered a while back, but I just couldn't. It's got ombre, it's got glitter, it's gorgeous. Okay, so that is your Viva La Juicy Rose. I didn't even say the name, right? That's Viva La Juicy Rose. So beautiful. The bottle. I would love to pair it with this though to check it out. Okay, so that was that. Next we have the Cassis. So this is a bud leafy type note, and we have a couple of fragrances with that Cassis note in there. So if you wanted to step away from the sweetness of this and you know, accentuate that Cassis, then you could go for a couple of fragrances. Here's a good cheapie. This is Sophia by Sofia Vergara. I have not given this a full day. So I would love to know the longevity on her, but I do, and how it's going to go on my skin, because spraying it right off the bat, I really liked it. It actually reminds me of another fragrance, and I can't right now. I can't remember exactly which one. Oh, I'll get back to you guys on that. I didn't write it down, and yeah, no. Which one does it remind me of? No. Anywho, so the cassis in here I think would go great with your PEAR GLACE and another couple of fragrances in the family. So these have black currant in them, and this would be your Armani C and your Armani C Intense. This one might be a little too sweet for this combo, but I still feel like it would be a good, I think it would make it so smooth. I love this C Pasione Intense. It's a very smooth feel of a fragrance. Now, this one, of course, would be great to pair with it because it has that grown-up, you know, that grown-up feel to it as well. I do love the C Pasione line, as you can tell. So great, so great. Okay, so that's the cassis. Now, last but not least, we have the violet note that is in here. Now, I didn't prepare any fragrances with melon per se or anything that reminded me of it because I felt like that'd be too much. That'd be way too much. This is a very, I feel it's very melon-centered fragrance, and also it just be too sweet. Like, I love too sweet, but this would just, it wouldn't jive, I don't think. Definitely not. Okay, so let's do some iris. Let's do some violet. Sorry. Okay, Byretto's Mojave Ghost. I do not have the original. I would love to get a hold of a decant or even a dupe spray because I love to pair my oil perfumery oils with them. And this has a violet note in it. I actually rolled it on here earlier. Oh yeah, it paired beautifully. I rolled this on my wrist here and I sprayed this and it smells great. Oh yeah, that went on beautifully. Mojave Ghost, if you're a fan, if you already know what this smells like, then know that it does pair beautifully with PEAR GLACE. Really like that. Now, next to have a violet note in it is Perfume's Dosita Splendidis. So I only have a decant of a lovely trade I did with my fragrant friend. And so, speaking of fragrant friends, that is how I got a hold of Sophia. I don't know how many times I passed this bottle up and it was not their cup of tea, so they send it to me. Yay. But anyways, Splendidis. So this is basically violet and iris are in here, and it is that's why I said iris, because I was already thinking about Splendidis here. I think it would go so good with this PEAR GLACE. Yes, I haven't done a full day wear test on this. I kind of want to get a hold of a couple more. This is a niche fragrance brand, and so I like to really wear test them for a full day before I decide on getting a full bottle. And that is definitely one that I put on my hand and thought, ooh, this is gorgeous. So I want to play around with that for sure, and maybe even get a couple more from the house of Dosita. Okay, so the next couple we have Rihanna Rebel Fleur. So this one is so good. This is one of those cheapies that you spray it on and it's a hit or miss. I have heard people's not like this. Like, you know, they get it recommended or they see a review. I have not done a full day wear. Why even lie? But it is so, I really like this fragrance. This is one that would pair beautifully as well, and I honestly think that it would go some distance. It has that violet in there. It reminds me of C. It reminds me of what you get out of the C Armani C line. It really does. Yeah, so we'll check that out for sure. The bottle's so interesting. This is Rihanna Rebel Fleur. I love it. I love the bottle. I think it's very interesting. Okay, so that would go great. Yes, it would. That would be beautiful. Okay, so last but not least, we have a designer fragrance. No, scratch that. A niche fragrance. And I actually did do this wear test the other night as well. Oh, you would not think, but it went gorgeously. This is Creed Aventis for her. And And the opening to this is so beautiful, so sweet and smooth. And the rest of the wear, it kind of boils down to being very woody on your skin, at least on my skin. So I just think that adding this PEAR GLACE would be great. And actually not think, I did wear it. I did put it on my skin and it did go nicely. So yeah, this is Creative Aventis for her. Paired with PEAR GLACE would be gorgeous for you guys to try out. If you have it or any of the dupes, I have a couple of dupe or clone video reviews on the channel for Creative Aventis for her. Be Layered did a great version. I do have that video up. And also the one that's close but it misses the mark a little bit, which is the La Venture Femme. It misses the mark a tad bit in the opening, but you know, but it is nuclear, strong. I have a huge 6-ounce bottle. I need to start making decants and getting rid of it because whoa, it is huge, and you don't need a lot for that dupe. Okay, so well, thank you guys so much. That was all that I have that I feel would pair beautifully with PEAR GLACE. If you guys have anything that you already were accustomed to pairing with it, let me know. I would love to know your thoughts. And my eyes are closing. I'm so tired. It's so late. But this is it. This is it, you guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed the review. It was not a review. It was the suggestion video. And if you want to prepare a few of these, I think my next idea was misfits. Things that I've thrown together that you would have never thought. They don't share any notes. They just smell great together. That was my next thought. But yeah, I definitely ran out of time and energy before this trip that I took. So for next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in, supporting the channel, and stay safe. Thanks. Bye-bye.